Had to do a reset there. So I was supposed to put out the Resident Evil Code Veronica X review this week as part of my Resident Evil marathon. And that's not happening because I have never played Code Veronica X before, and I went in blind, and I am embarrassed to admit that I didn't do well, and I literally backed myself into a corner that I cannot get out of. And so in order for me to finish the game, really close to the end of the game too, mind you, and trust me, I've tried. This isn't horseshit. Anyway, in order to actually get it done, I'm going to have to play through the game again. So even though I have the first half of the script written up, I don't have the rest of the script written up yet because I need to finish the game and I need to edit. And so in order for this week for me to have a video, I decided it would be kind of funny if I played I Want to Be the Guy and just started over my review of it every time I died. However, I didn't really die too much here in this first screen. That's going to change. I told myself I would get as far as Mike Tyson. I thought it would take 15 minutes. It took twice that. So here we go. And done. By the way, greatest game over music of all time, hands down. So this is a game, I Want to Be the Guy, that came out in 2007. I'm coming off of my Code Veronica X backing myself into a corner thing that happened with... I'm coming out of my Code Veronica X thing where I backed myself... Oh, this is going to suck. I'm coming out of my Code Veronica X thing where I backed myself into a corner at the end of my save file knowing I had to start the game over again to finish the review, and so I thought this would be a good thing to do to pass the time because I could... Because I fucked up my save file in the Code Veronica X game, I decided this would be a fun thing for me to do. Oh, God, okay. Because I fucked up my save file in the Code Veronica X game, I thought this would be a good thing to do to pass the time because after all, I still have 2 more Resident Evil games to play after this one, and I wanted to put out a video this week. Suck it, I did it. This is a game that I played a lot when I was a kid because as much as it is... This is a game I played a lot as a kid because as much as it is a game of... Shit, what was my line? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I watched that. I'm gonna die anyway. There we go. So I used to play this game a lot as a kid because it was free and it would run on a fucking toaster and you could download it in 2007. See, I didn't even die before I hit the reload button on that last one. I used to play this game a lot as a kid too. I shouldn't have. I used to play this game a lot as a kid in 2007 because it was free and it would run on a toaster and I would download it to play on every computer that I ended up getting stuck with. I don't think that counted. I don't think that counted. I think I used to play this game a lot as a kid. 2007, it was great. Used to install it on all computers at school because the computer, the V chip that the school installed never found it. All right, well, I think I'm out of shit to talk about. This is kind of this isn't. I'm gonna call this a review, but I don't really think this is a review because to be honest with you, I'm just kind of taking the piss. I'm just really fucking mad about Resident Evil Code Veronica. I'm a little frustrated. It's been kind of shit. I'm gonna be honest with you on that one. It was a pisser. It was a pisser. I do sort of think. I think there's argument as to whether or not this game belongs to my generation or the NES generation, because it is a game inspired and crafted from somebody of the NES generation. But I mean, I didn't run into a lot of older people from the NES generation who had really ever sat down and played this game. It was all people my age and a teenager around the about 13 about the time. And this game over, I left going a lot longer because I remember needing to take a drink. I really wish I could do an actual review of this game, but that would involve me playing through it, and I don't want to do that to myself, at least not yet. You gotta... My favorite comedian, a genius by the name of Doug Stanhope, once said that you got to pace yourself in life. You can't go straight to the big giant rubber fist. I know I'll beat this thing one day, but if I die in a car accident without having done it, I feel like I'd still be okay with that, if you catch my drift. So there's kind of this thing that happens when you play this game where, you get past a part and then you get to the next part and you've got adrenaline and you do really good for the first couple of times, and then you start fucking up, and then you start questioning every single thing you do and overthinking it and pressing the button too much, like I just did there, about 10 seconds ago, where I fell into the spike. Broken as fuck. This is one of those times. I got 3 deaths in a row because I just overthought it and jumped the wrong way. And another long game over because I needed a drink. There we go. So I finally got to this screen. So see, this is what I mean. First time here on this screen, I'm doing good. And then death. Okay, simple death. I just, jumped off too quick, and I needed to make sure that the platform was going to be above the spike. No problem. Let me just get back there. And I do it. Only to make a stupid mistake. Where's my stupid mistake? Come on, give me a stupid mistake. I want to do it 3, 4, 5. I want a stupid mistake. Stupid mistake. Come on, give me where's my stupid mistake. I need a stupid mistake. I don't want to drive. I don't want to do it. There we go. And it's a stupid mistake. Oh, this game has a great soundtrack. It's just so good. It's good enough to just keep playing it, just to keep listening to the music. I like how this is how I chose to blow off steam from literally backing my save file into a corner on a really hard game is by playing an even harder game that makes fun of me. You can sort of see the deterioration of my mind and my ability to press buttons on a keyboard the more that this run keeps going on. I mean, it's part of the art when it comes to I Want to Be the Guy, since it's looking to capture how those old NES games make you feel. And I've played a couple of them hard NES games. I have beaten Street Fighter 2010, the final fight, which was ridiculous. The most ridiculous thing about that run is that you can, when you get good enough at the game to actually get to the final level, you can get to the final level in under an hour, and you will be playing that game sometimes for 4 hours before you need to shut it off and go back to work. And you get so good at running that first, everything up to the final level. You can get there in literally less than an hour, and then you'll spend the next 3 hours of your run just trying to beat that final level. I mean, it's cruel. It's just, but I'm one of these people, and it's the same reason why I'm going to end up, why I'm making this stupid video, why I'm going to end up reviewing Code Veronica without, not completed it, because I can't let the game designer beat me. In an extreme case, something like this one, I mean, I'm perfectly okay with the fact that, like I said, I'll probably never, but I can't take that from, a secondhand team at Capcom. I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna do a thing here, just because I'm obviously marching towards my inevitable death with this fucking thing just over and over again.
Through early morning fog I see the visions of the things to be, the pains that are withheld for me. I realize and I can see that suicide is painless, and it brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. The sword of time will pierce our skin. It doesn't hurt when it begins, but as it makes its way on in, the pain goes stronger. Watch it then. That suicide is painless, and it brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. That's how that song goes.
A good person who makes videos, and oh fuck, just missed it. This is going to be my first time taking something that is this long that I'm just talking over and cutting it down to, like, you know, the best clip. Wow. That was embarrassing. I forgot about that, and I just happened to be talking over. That was fucking embarrassing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes! Yeah. No. There we go. Well, okay, I made it to Mike Tyson. Code Veronica X video coming next week. Hopefully I'll play the game better the second time, and I won't have to come back next week with a sorry excuse of a fucking video, and as to why I couldn't. I'm sorry. I was quite frustrated. I've had a long day and literally working my ass off to get to nowhere wore me out tonight, and that's why I have to crank something out. So there we go. Come on, let's do it. Let's get me killed in 5, 4. I'm gonna guess 2, 1. There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and sub.